Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Engineering Mathematics for GATE exam. Let us see some more practice questions on calculus. Question number 1. The volume enclosed by the surface f of x comma y is equal to e power x over the triangle bounded by the lines x is equal to y, x is equal to 0, y equal to 1 in the xy plane is. Okay, it is asked to find the volume enclosed by the surface f of x comma y e power x and the triangle bounded by the lines x is equal to y, x is equal to 0, y equal to 1 is given. So first draw the plane x y. Okay, in this draw the line x is equal to y, x is equal to y line is this. Okay, and this will be x is equal to 0 and this will be y is equal to 0, and draw y equal to 1 line. Okay, y equal to 1. Okay, so the given function is f of x comma y is equal to e power x, and the required volume will be, okay, volume in this region R. Okay, that is equal to double integral of R f of x comma y dx dy. Okay, this double integration of this region, then we will get the volume in this region. Okay, so R will be the region of as shown in the figure. So we had to integrate it, but look at the given function. It is with variable x only. Okay, so it is better to integrate first with respect to y so that we can apply the limits with respect to relation with x for the limits y. So after that we can integrate with respect to x. So in order to integrate y first, then that will be double integral of f of x comma y dy dx. So first we have to find the limits for that. So in the last video I have clearly told you the concept of how to find the limits. Okay, so here first we have to integrate with respect to y, means take vertical line in this region. Okay, take this vertical line in this region. Okay friends, because we are integrating first with respect to y. Suppose in case if you are integrating with respect to x, then you have to take the horizontal line strip. Okay, but here it is the given function is with variable x only, so first we better to integrate with y. So take vertical strip. So based on this vertical strip, limits will be y is equal to x to 1. So y is equal to x to 1, and if you draw strip anywhere in this region, okay, so x is varying from 0 to 1. Okay, x is equal to 0 to 1 if you draw strip anywhere. Okay, so x is equal to 0, 1. Those are the limits. I hope you got, friends. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. Okay, this is very important. Here we are applying that concept of finding the limits. Okay, sometimes, as I said in the earlier video, that question directly asked how to find the new limits after interchanging the double integration. Okay, so now integrate it. So integral of x is equal to 0 to 1, integral of y equal to x to 1 e power x dy dx, that is equal to, integrating with respect to y means it will be treated as constant, so e power x y and limits x to 1 dx. Okay, so v is equal to integral of 0 to 1, y will be, after applying limits, 1 minus x. Okay, e power x dx, so that is equal to integral of 0 to 1 e power x, split it. Okay, after splitting it, integral of 0 to 1 e power x dx is equal to integral of 0 to 1 x e power x dx. Okay, so integral of e power x is nothing but e power x. Okay, and limits 0 to 1, and look at this, integral of x e power x. Okay, x e power x is in the form of u dv dx. Okay, so take this as u dv. So integral of dv is equal to integral of e power x. So v is equal to integral of e power x is nothing but e power x only. Okay, so integral of u dv is equal to, I hope you remember the formula. I have given this formula in my complete notes on calculus. Okay, that's why I always told you first to go through the notes clearly and careful. Okay, and understand, remember all those formula. Those will be helpful while solving the questions. So first you have to read that notes. Okay, so integral of u dv is equal to uv minus integral of v du. Okay, so uv is nothing but x e power x. So x e power x minus integral of v du. So v is what we got, e power x, and du is nothing but d by dx of x, that is 1. So integral of e power x is nothing but e power x. So x e power x minus e power x 0 to 1 limits. Now substitute the limits, friends. After substituting e power n, e power 1 is nothing but e, minus e power 0 is nothing but 1. So e minus 1 minus 1 e power 1 minus e power 1. So e minus e minus 0 into e power 0, 0 minus e power 0, 1. Okay, so what we got here, e get cancelled. So e minus 1 and minus of here, minus of minus plus, and here another minus is there. So e minus 1 minus 1, so e minus 2. If you find the value of e minus 2 in the calculator, you will get 0.718. That is the answer. Okay. Now look at the question number 2. The value of sigma n equal to 0 to infinity n 1 by 2 power n is. Okay. So first expand the series. Sigma n equal to 0 to infinity n 1 by 2 power n is equal to, substitute 1 first. Expanding the series, substitute 1 first. So 1 into 1 by 2 power 1, 1 by 2 plus 2 into 1 by 2 power 2. So 2 into 1 by 2 square plus 3 into 1 by 2 cube and so on. Okay, look at the series, friends. Here we can bring out the 1 by 2 common. Okay, everywhere 1 by 2 is there. So 1 by 2 if you bring out, so that will be 1 plus 2 into 1 by 2 plus 3 into 1 by 2 square plus 4 into 1 by 2 cube and so on. Okay, after looking into the series, it is 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube and so on. Okay, for this series, sum of the series will be 1 by 1 minus x square. Okay, so here minus 2 we are taking because it is 1 by, so 1 minus x square is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 2 power minus 2. Okay, so after calculating that, 1 by 2 into 4, that is equal to 2. So 2 will be the answer. Choose the most appropriate equation for the function drawn as a thick line in the plot below. Okay, this is the plot, friends, in the xy plane. Okay, this is the line, and ask to find which equation is satisfying this line. Okay, so look at this front, here 2.0, here 0.0 comma minus 1 is given, here 2 comma 0 is given, here this point will be 2 comma minus 1, the point passing through the line. So if you substitute x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 1, whichever the equation is satisfying, that will be the answer. So substitute. If you substitute y is equal to minus 1 minus modulus of minus 1 is nothing but 1. So minus 1 minus 2. X is equal to 2, but 2 is not equal to minus 2. So option A is not correct. Look at the option B. Minus 1. Here see, friends, y minus modulus of minus 1. So directly y minus modulus of y is given, but from the option 1 minus is added. So what we got? Minus 2 we got. So minus 2 into minus 2. So x is equal to 2. So it is satisfying. So option B is correct. Just look at the option C, D, just for verification purpose. Okay. Minus 1 plus modulus of minus 1 is nothing but 1. So minus 1 plus 1. So 0. But x is equal to 2. It is not satisfying. And here option C is given, but minus sign is given. So minus 0. So option D is also not correct. So option B is correct. Okay. Now look at the question number 4. The value of the integral of minus infinity to infinity 12 cos 2 pi 2 t into sin 4 pi t by 4 pi t dt. If you look into the question carefully, it is cos 2 pi t. That means 2 into something, that will be even function, and sin 4 pi t, so 4 into something, that will be even only. Okay, and cos 2 pi t even only. So everything is even function. So from the properties of definite integrals, for integral of minus infinity to infinity, some even function will be directly 2 into 0 to infinity. Okay, 2 into, bring this 12 outside, so 12 into integral of 0 to infinity cos 2 pi t sin 4 pi t by 4 pi t dt. Okay, this is from the property of definite integrals, friends. That's why you have to read the formulas and concepts carefully. Okay, I have mentioned this formula in my notes, complete notes on calculus for GATE exam. Okay, so since the function is even, it is reduced in this way. So that is equal to 2 into 12 24. Bring this 4 pi outside. So 24 by 4 pi integral 0 to infinity cos 2 pi t into sin 4 pi t by t dt. Okay, so that is equal to 24 by 4 pi integral of 0 to infinity half. See friends, here it is in the form cos 2 pi t sin 2 pi t to sin 4 pi t by t. That integration will be complicated to do, so we have to make this simplify. So look at the function carefully. It is cos sin a cos b form. So if you multiply and divide it to on numerator and denominator, so 2 sin a cos b, that when it comes from the formula sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. Okay, sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b is equal to 2 sin a cos b. So sin of 4 pi t plus 2 pi t, that is equal to sin 6 pi t. Sin of 4 pi t minus 2 pi t, that is sin 2 pi t. Okay, and 1 by 2 by t. Okay, dt. So here 4 get cancelled in 24 8 times, and 2 get cancelled 4. Okay, sorry, 4 get cancelled in 24 6 times, and 2 get cancelled 3 times. So 3 by pi, and separate these terms. So integral of 0 to infinity sin 6 pi t by t dt plus integral of 0 to infinity sin 2 pi t by dt t dt. Okay, so friends, from the formula integral of 0 to infinity sin a t by t dt is nothing but pi by 2. Okay, this is also formula you have to remember friends. Integral of 0 to infinity sin a t by t dt is equal to pi by 2. So here we will get 1 by pi by 2, and here we will get 1 pi by 2. So 3 by pi into pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is equal to 3 by pi into pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but pi. Okay, so pi get cancelled, that is equal to 3. So answer will be 3 for this question. Now look at question number 5. A function f of x is equal to 1 minus x square plus x cube is defined in the closed interval minus 1 to 1. The value of x in the open interval minus 1 to 1, for which the mean value theorem is satisfied. Okay, the function is given friends. Okay, it is asked to find the x value in the open interval minus 1 to 1, for which the mean value theorem is satisfied. Okay, so the given function is f of x is equal to 1 minus x square plus x cube. Okay, so basically friends, we have to solve this question using mean value theorem. It is already mentioned. So basically there are 3 mean value theorems are there. One is Rolle's mean value theorem, another one is Lagrange's mean value theorem, and third one is Cauchy's mean value theorem. So among those 3, which one we have to use? We have to identify that. So that is the critical part. Okay, any question, if question is asked based on mean value theorem, if it is not mentioned, then you have to identify which will be the best one for this question. So if you look into the function, it is f of x is given. Okay, in Cauchy's mean value theorem there will be 2 functions, f of x, g of x. So we will get the value f of f dash c by g dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a by g of b minus g of a. So according to that, there is no function of g. So Cauchy's theorem is not satisfying this problem. Okay, now look, we have left with 2. One is Rolle's theorem, and next one is Lagrange's mean value theorem. So for Rolle's theorem, there is one condition. Rolle's theorem is applicable only if f of a is equal to f of b. So here a is minus 1, b is 1. So look at, if you substitute minus 1 in this function, 1 minus 1 square is nothing but 1, and minus 1 cube is nothing but minus 1. So 1 get cancelled, minus 1. So f of minus 1 is equal to minus 1, and f of 1 will be, f of 1 is equal to 1 minus 1 square. So 1 minus 1 get cancelled, 1 cube 1. So f of 1 is equal to 1. But f of minus 1 is equal to minus 1, f of 1 is equal to 1. But so f of 1 not equal to f of minus 1. So f of a is not equal to f of b. So Rolle's theorem is not applicable for this function. So we have to take Lagrange's mean value theorem. Okay. I hope you got, friends. This is the very crucial part while solving the questions. Okay, you have to identify which mean value theorem is applicable to solve this question. Okay, so from the Lagrange's mean value theorem, f dash of x is equal to f of 1 minus f of a minus f of b by b minus a. So f of 1 minus f of minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1. So what we got? F of 1, we got 1. Okay, f of minus 1 minus 1. So 1 minus of minus 1 plus. So 1 plus 1, 2, and below also 1 minus of minus 1. So that is 2. Okay, and f dash of x is nothing but, here it is constant 0. So 2x plus 3x square. Okay, so 2x plus 3x square is equal to 1. Okay, so 3x square minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. After solving this equation, you will get x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay, but here it is given that the x in the open interval minus 1 to 1, the value must be between minus 1 to 1. Okay, so 1 is not correct. Minus 1 by 3 is in between minus 1 to 1. So the x value will be x is equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay, so option D is correct. Now look at question number 6. Given I equal to square root of minus 1, the value of the definite integral I is equal to integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos x plus I sin x divided by cos x minus I sin x dx. Okay, is. So friend, cos x plus I sin x is nothing but e power ix. So integral of 0 to pi by 2 e power ix, and cos x minus I sin x is nothing but e power minus ix. So e power ix by e power minus ix dx. So that is equal to integral of 0 to pi by 2 e power, if it is going up, then e power 2ix dx. Okay, and integration of e power ax is nothing but e power ax by a. So e power 2ix by 2I, and limits 0 to pi by 2. Apply the limits. Okay, and bring this 2I outside. So 1 by 2I e power 2I into pi by 2 minus e power 0. Okay, so that is equal to 1 by 2I. Here 2 get cancelled, and e power I pi. E power I pi is nothing but cos pi plus I sin pi. Okay, so cos pi plus I sin pi minus e power 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, that is equal to cos pi is minus 1. Okay, and sin pi 0. So this term total will get 0, will become 0, and minus 1, and here 1 and minus 1. So minus 2 divided by 2I, and if you multiply I on numerator and denominator, that will be minus 2I divided by 2I square. So I square is nothing but minus 1. So minus 2I divided by minus 2. So minus 2 get cancelled. Answer will be I. Here you can do directly, minus 1 will be I square. So if you take I square, so 2I square by 2I. So 2I get cancelled. Answer will be I. You can do anyway. Here I have multiplied and divided with I, but directly you can substitute minus 1 with I square. Okay, anyway you will get the answer I. So answer is I for this question, friend. Now look at the question number 7. Limit x tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by x power 2x is equal to. Friends, the given function is limit x tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by x power 2x. So you know the formula, limit x tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by x power x is nothing but e. But here 2x is there, so e square. Okay, direct formula, friends. That's why I always suggest you to go through the notes first and understand, remember all the formulas, so that you can directly apply. You can solve this question within 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, if you know this formula, directly you can tick the answer e square. Look at the option D. Option D is correct. Okay, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe my channel for more videos.